Alrighty, y'all. We are live on this beautiful... I'm trying to think of what day it is. It's a Thursday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, who rose from the dead to defeat death and conquer death so we too can have eternal life. Guys, Bitcoin has pumped up and it has hit our target number 1. Major shout out to the Casper crew, VIP Discord, long trade given in advance from the exact low of the move. I let the community know when I was going live. I've taken the long 2 days ago at 11 a.m. in the morning, and that was right here, as you can see, at the exact low of the move. And we have gotten a juicy pump. Shout out to the Casper crew, jasonCasperTrading.com. And then, of course, guys, yesterday, the last thing I said was looking for a retest at 114.5 for a big old bounce. And what do you know? We get a bounce at 114.5. Shout out to the Casper crew, man. We give the trade setups. Not only do we give the setups, but we let you know what we're doing, myself and the other instructors, and then we lock in the juicy profits. Gave the long from 100K. Gave the long from 105K. Gave the long from, I guess, 112K. Gave the long from 114.5K. Man, look at these juicy profits. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm bullish. Okay, I know we're getting a dump. I know some people feeling bearish out there. You're feeling bearish out there, a little bit scared, but I think we can hit our next target at 118,000. Maybe even our next target after that at 121,000 United States dollaronis. Oh man, I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it today. Si, señor, mi amigos. I'm feeling it today. Yes, yeah, I will talk like a German Mexican gangster today. Because the Bitcoin price is currently back testing key resistance at the 116. And we know that if we get the move back into this area here. Hang on, where's the paintbrush? I don't know how to use TradingView because I'm just a stupid YouTuber. I'm not a real trader. I'm just a YouTuber. I don't know anything. If we reclaim this level here, boom, we will pump straight up to take all the liquidity and get a massive short squeeze. You have to feel the squeeze at the top of the movement, at the top of the bicep curl. You feel the squeeze, then you feel the stretch. All right, we got the stretch down here, baby. We got the stretch down here from the dang trade setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Man, look at this, man. Look, catching bottoms like it's our dang job, man. Catching bottoms like it's our dang job. You know, catching bottoms like it's our dang job. That's crazy. All right. Now, obviously, this is resistance. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about what to expect, what you should expect, what I should expect, what we should expect, what to expect when you're expecting. Major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to Kevin Van Hasadanakada. Let's get it, bro. Feeling your energy. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Spiritual Trading Podcast. He says, ban the Bush spammer. We have a Bush spammer. G-Boss is spamming. He says, nice Bush mustache. He says, mistache, mistache. I mean, I don't know. Does he deserve to be banned? I don't know. I hate banning people. You know, I like the trolls. Trolls, God bless y'all. If they're being inappropriate, maybe one of the mods will ban them. I don't know if we have any mods in the house yet. But we got to give a major shout out to HFG. In fact, HFG, why are you not a mod, bro? I got to make HFG a mod. Shout out to a beer. Crypto Coons, he's a mod. Crazy how you catch the exact levels. I know! It is pretty crazy, isn't that? I mean, this one, look, here's the deal, man. I don't know. Like, this was, you know, the plan was not to long the exact level. The plan was to long the zone. But then, in the moment, when I gave the, you know, look, we don't give signals in the Casper Crew. This is not a signal. Just because I've taken the long doesn't mean you should. All right? Doesn't mean you should. All right? This was just happenstance to long the exact bottom on that one here. And this one here, guys, let's be honest. Obviously, this is the trade I was in yesterday. I've added to the position, okay? So the entry looks way cooler than it actually is. I added to the entry, but this is the setup that we did give from that level, all right? I didn't enter a fresh trade from that level, but when I saw that we got a bounce from the level, I added to the trade from the level, all right? But in general, guys, if you have here's the thing about longing and shorting exact levels. If you have a plan, like this trade here, this was like such a key level. I mean, you got to understand, this is such a key level here. We have the exact level on our chart, 111965.8. You know, you have to understand when you're at that level and you're like, I'm looking for a bounce from this level, and if we don't bounce from this level, then I know that I'm wrong. It makes it, I don't want to say easy to long the exact bottom, but you have to understand when you're doing it in real time, you're on a very low time frame, and the trade setup doesn't look like, it always looks so epic in hindsight, but in the moment, it's not that epic, right? Where are we? Where did we bounce from? Let's see. In the moment, guys, it's really not that epic. It's like this. We came to a level, we get a bounce, we get a stop hunt. As soon as we see the stop hunt, we have ourselves our entry, right? We're like, okay, time to mark it in. Stop loss goes underneath the low. It's not that crazy. And then in the moment, you're shooting for a very small move. Like in general, this right here, like to this first high, that's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio right there. I mean, you're risking 1 to make 4, and that level was the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? So it's just a scalp trade. But then here's the way I trade: is I take a partial and then I let the rest run. All right. If you want to learn how I do that, make sure to check out Jason Casper's YouTube channel, where I've got a free course going over exactly how and why I trade and all this stuff. All right. Okay. So it looks way cooler in hindsight when you pop on with a trade like this. All right. But in the moment, it's just normal scalp trading. All right. In the moment, on the 1 minute time frame, does this look so crazy to you? Not really. Not really. But because it's such a key level, like here's the thing. This was such a key level. This is a major support resistance flip. This is the back test of an 8-month resistance that is now flipped into support. So this is not just a random level. This is an 8-month level of Bitcoin. For 8 months, this was a key level. So you're looking for a trade. You're looking to scalp, just scalp. And then you're looking to hold the rest because you know this scalp could turn into a dang swing trade, baby. And it has the real potential to turn into a swing trade because as we are coming to backtest the obvious support resistance flip right here, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist in order to see that this was our support. Now it's our resistance. If we reclaim this level, guys, we have nothing but short liquidity to squeeze up here. All right, if we reclaim this, we're going straight to $118,000. I'm persuaded, convinced that we consolidate. If we break above, we're going right to 118, which is the trend line. We break the trend line, guys, we are going to squeeze all these shorts, potentially seeing a new high at $130,000, but at least coming to the top of the liquidity around $121,000. All right, this is the bullish scenario that we've been entertaining for a while. We've been entertaining this bullish scenario now for quite some time. For quite some time, we've been entertaining this bullish scenario. Okay? So, let's discuss. Let's pop on over to TradingView. Before we do, major shout out to WEEX, major shout out to KCEX, major shout out to BLOFIN, who gave away $500 yesterday in the giveaway. Major shout out to ANTARCTIC Exchange and Klein Funding. All right, these are the sponsors of the channel. If you have no money and you know how to trade, check out Klein Funding. I have 15 and 20% discounts in the description. And all that good stuff. All right. Also, if you want to join the community, jasoncaspertrading.com. All right. Now, let's discuss this chart because things are getting juicier than a freshly squeezed papaya in the month of January. Okay, juicier than a... Oh, wow. Shout out to our super chats. Shout out to Silosis. He says Cardano, Litecoin, AVAX, ETH. So, we'll see, my man. Thank you for the super chat. That's a lot of coins right there. Shout out to Crazy Waffles. What levels for ETH? We'll check ETH. We'll definitely look at ETH, Cardano, Sol, AVAX. We could look at all those. But let's just understand this. All right? Remember, Bitcoin has gotten a... breakout of the range. We've come for the back test of this key level. Now, this key level is actually a key zone. All right, it's a key zone. We're talking 109 to 112,000. It's a key zone. We're bouncing from the top of the key zone. All right, this happened August 2nd. Now, just a reminder of what happened last August. August of 2024. I just want to remind you guys what happened last August. Bitcoin got a bounce from the support resistance flip on August 5th. All right, so August 5th, Bitcoin gets a bounce from the previous range support resistance flip, and that led to a massive pumperoni and queso to the upside. Now here we are, 1 year later, August 2nd, Bitcoin gets a bounce from the support resistance flip. All right, this has the potential to turn into a big old pumperoni e queso. Now, 2023, let me also remind you what happened then in August. Bitcoin comes down and gets a bounce from the support resistance flip from the previous range breakout, August 23rd, and then leads to a giant pumperoni and queso. Could we see history repeat? History's about to repeat. What a great thumbnail that would be. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to smash up the likes, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes. Now look, we are seeing on the daily time frame a bullish structure, which is this. We have come down to key support. Remember, this is massive support. This is the whole bull market support. Like, we take a trend line going all the way back to November 2022, and we're bouncing from that trend line, guys. All right, so it's very key support. As we bounced from the level, we saw Market Cipher B give us a very bullish divergence. All right, big on the left, skinny on the right, money flow getting higher, looking like a good old set of uneven butt cheeks, big fat on the left, skinny on the right, like the waitress at the diner coming out with the tip money in the right-hand side. Price is coming down to key support. She's coming out with the coffee, smoking that cigarette. Boom. Now, after we got this, we saw price pump up and then get a retracement back to $100,000, and we saw a trigger wave form on Market Cipher B. We're seeing continuation of momentum, continuation of direction. All right, this is where we look for the higher low to come in, which is why in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we gave the setup from that backtest, took the trade, and longed it right from 100K. What do you know? All right. So now we've made a higher high. We've broken out of the range. And what happened is we have gotten a back test now. We have another retracement. And we're bouncing from key support right here at this green box. Now, this is where things do get a little bit murky. Because right now, we do have a bullish confirmation, but it's not the most clear. And that is this. Typically, what you would want to see as we're backtesting support is you would now want to see Market Cipher make a lower momentum wave. Unfortunately, it has not. All right, you can see the momentum wave is slightly higher, actually. Okay, the reason why you'd want to see it slightly lower is because that's a continuation pattern called a hidden bullish divergence. Now, we could split hairs here and say the actual green dot confirmation did get lower, but that's not super good, right? But here's the thing. We've confirmed the green dot. We're getting a bounce on the daily. We've changed market structure. Locally, we have our low, our high, our higher low. We've now made our higher high. And we're coming to the key support resistance flip, which is this. All the volume that traded in this little range here, we're coming to the value area low. This means if we can get above value area low, chances are highest we're actually going to come back to the range high around $121,000. This is just the way it works when it comes to volume. I mean, we're seeing happen on a lower time frame what we've seen happen before on higher time frames. Like Bitcoin, for example, when it was trading back down in the 70s and 80s, we were saying, look, if we come back above the value area low of the range, the probabilities are highest, we come to the top of our range and hit a new high. So we're seeing this right now attempting to happen. Now, are we going to get a rejection from here? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Right now, in this moment, I feel like things look like the top is not in yet. All right, things look like the top is not in yet. I know we're getting a resistance here, but when I'm looking at my indicator, I feel that the top is not in yet. And we've seen every time we come down to these lows, bullish divergences, right? We saw a bullish divergence right here. Momentum, money flow getting higher. Then we saw a bullish divergence right here. Momentum getting higher, the money flow still getting higher over time. We even saw a bullish divergence right here on the retest. Look at this. Momentum getting higher, even still money flow getting higher over time. And we're not seeing any bearish divergences here right now. So yeah, we're finding a little bit of resistance here, but it looks to me like we have another push to come. Looks like we have another push to come. Maybe when New York opens in about half an hour. And if we get that push, our next resistance is $118,000 at the high volume node of the range. And of course, if we can reclaim 118, like I said, all we have then are a whole bunch of shorts and their stop losses just waiting to get grabbed. All right? Just waiting to get tagged. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting to get grabbed. This has been beautiful, beautiful price action here. All right? I have to be honest. I'm quite proud of myself. The way I've been trading this, longing here, and although I didn't take a fresh long from here, I gave the setup from here, and it played out perfectly whilst I was asleep. All right? It is pretty nuts. And not only did I take the trades, but I gave the setups in advance to my community, and I told the community when I was there taking them, when I was entering into the trade, why I was entering into the trade. All right. So I think it's I've been proud of the way I've been trading this, right? Setups given, trades taken, baby. Now here we are at the first resistance. All right, we're coming through. We're testing. We got New York open in about 20 minutes. And I think if we can get that move up, we might see a back test. Like, we might... Here's the thing. I'm not saying we're going to go straight up. We might see, like, a retracement or something. Or consolidation. But right now, based on market cipher, I feel like we got a little bit higher. All right? The 1 hour, I see the bear dip on the 1 hour. I feel like we need to wait until the lower time frames are also giving us the bear dip. All right? The 4 hour, looking pretty bullish. Honestly, I'd say there's more bullish factors than bearish factors here. Okay? More bullish than bearish factors. Let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Well, sheesh, man. Look, so look, ETH got we got the breakout. We got the back test of the trend line. We even got a double back test. Look at this. We got the breakout. We got the back test. And then we got a little back test. This is a very bullish structure right here. And this next target is $4,000 for ETH. $4,000 definitely on the table. Look at the 2-day time frame on ETH, guys. Look at the 2-day time frame on ETH. All right. Now, here's the deal. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. I'll be totally clear with you guys. I hold a lot of ETH on spot. I've taken some of that ETH over the past few weeks, I guess, and I have moved that into a inverse perpetual leverage account. And I have basically entered into ETH longs here on low leverage, looking to make more ETH as ETH pumps. All right? Because I'm convinced that based on everything we see here on ETH, and that's not financial advice, guys, right? I could lose it all. And by all, I mean not all, because I didn't put all my ETH into that account. Just some. Just some. Just a percentage of it, right? When I look at this monthly time frame, guys, and I see this green dot confirmed, and I see the yellow oscillator pointing up, and I see the momentum wave pointing up with lots of upside. When I see the 2-week on ETH, and I see this really juicy momentum wave right here, and now we're breaking the trend. Look at this, guys. Market Cipher is breaking out of the trend. Okay? Not only is Market Cipher breaking out of the trend, so is ETH. ETH is breaking out of the trend line once again. All right? Then we come down to the weekly. Look at the money flow. Just getting across right now. That is a precursor of what's to come. Look at the weekly momentum wave. Room to the upside. Now, this 2-day money flow is insane. When we get a green dot here, it looks like it is going to launch us up to like $5,500 ETH. All right? I'm not a financial advisor. I recognize this could be a massively bull trap. I mean, Market Cipher looking super bullish, more bullish than we've ever seen ever in the history of Market Cipher. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm gonna bet on that Market Cipher. And I think from right now where we're at with that $3,300 back test, we could see potentially within the next few months an $8,000 ETH. We could see a 100% pump from here. That's what I'm looking for. My next actual target is going to be 5,500. That's going to be about a 45% pump. I think when we break out of this 4-year trend line, this is a 4-year trend line. When we break out, it's going to have significant follow through. And when we look at this, a $5,500 ETH, that is not a crazy moon boy target. That is only 13% higher than our previous all-time high. All right. This is not a moon boy target. This is very, very reasonable. $8,500 ETH. We're talking 75% higher than previous all-time high. These are reasonable targets. And right now, the monthly, the 2-week, the weekly, the 2-day, the daily, they are all looking extremely bullish And the market structure is extremely bullish. We have gotten a fake out to the downside of the triangle. We got a break back inside the triangle, a back test. We shoot up above the POC of the range, and we're holding above. Most of the volume is below us. What does this mean? It means for the past 4 years, the majority of market participants have considered $3,300 to be super fair price for ETH. We are now seeing the market showing that we are considering this now a low price for ETH, because when we come down to this level, we're seeing a bounce from it. We're seeing a breakout and a back test here, and it's looking like there's plenty more room to the upside. Remember, when we broke out, let's take a look at the last time. When we broke out last time, here, and it was a fake out, what was different about this time than right now? Last time, we had a pretty intense double drive of bearish divergence here, right? Market Cipher was clearly ticking down. All right, right now, the money flow is thicker than it was at this high. All right, right now the momentum is higher now than it was at this high. All right, we're not seeing the bearish divergences this time. In fact, we're seeing the opposite. We're seeing bullish signs on these high-term timeframes. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor. I don't have any secrets. I don't have any incentives to tell you what I've done with my ETH. Besides, I'm just letting you know. I have taken some of my spot ETH, 2x leveraged it, and just holding it in that account, because when it pumps, I'm going to be making ETH on the way up, all right? I'm going to be multiplying my ETH on the way up. And it might not happen, but I'm feeling super dang bullish on ETH, man. Let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's take a look at Cardano, because I also do hold a lot of Cardano. I'm feeling, look at the 2-day on Cardano. It's about to print a green dot here. Again, this is not financial advice, but when we just analyze all of this together on Cardano, what do we see? Weekly time frame. Giant cup and handle. We see bullish divergences at the low. We see a change of market structure, a higher high. We see a higher low. All right. Then we see another higher high. And then we see another higher low into key Fibonacci support. This entire time, money flow is getting higher. All right. Then, interestingly enough, we see another weekly hidden divergence here as we get the bounce from this key box of support. Now we're breaking out and back testing this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. We're back testing that POC. Cardano is a sleeping giant. It's a great project. All right, you got a Charles Hopkinson, all right, my man, out there, you know. You got Crypto Crow out there, you know. But look at the upside compared to downside on Cardano. All-time highs, we're talking 12 times more upside than downside potential here. And this is even giving us the opportunity to come back down to 45 cents. $5 Cardano, I think, is very conservative of the target. We're only talking 62% higher than previous all-time highs. But right now, it's a 650% pump from where we're at. We're still buying Cardano at cheap prices. Look at this on linear instead of log scale. Right? It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. So look at the daily right now. Look at the 2-day, I mean, on Cardano. Market Cipher B. You know, if someone just showed me this Market Cipher B here and said, Jay, what do you think is about to happen here? I'd say, I think we're going to pump. And they'd be like, why? And I'd say, well, because the money flow is crossing from the purple into the blue. The momentum continues to get higher. And we're about to print a green dot tight against the zero line as the money flow is getting thicker. When you see the money flow crossing, that next green dot that we print is very powerful, all right? The next green dot that we print is very powerful. If we saw this on the 4-hour time frame, we would be looking for a big move to the upside. How much more when we're looking at the 2-day time frame? It reminds me of Bitcoin back in the day in February 2024. All right, February 2024. I remember this like it was yesterday because it was so bullish. But that was right around here. Yep, right around here. Okay, I remember looking at this because I was renting an RV, taking my family on a nice RV trip, right? And I remember for the first week of my trip, Bitcoin literally did nothing. But then, boom! Now, why? It's because of this. The money flow gets that cross, then we get that tight, close to the zero line trigger wave as the money flow is thickening. That gives us a big push, man. I think we could see something like this happen with Cardano right now. And we're seeing that on the 2-day. Look at the 2-day for Bitcoin over here. All right, look at this. Guys, how excited were we when we saw this back in June? Oh man, we were excited. We were excited when we saw that. We were expecting the big pump. And that's what we got. All right, that's what we got. Gave the long setup right from that level. Right, we front ran that 2-day green dot. We saw it coming in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Gave the setup right from 100K. Took the dang long trade right from 100K. Boom! This is the result of a 2-day green dot like that. All right. Bitcoin holding the level, guys. Bitcoin hodling the level. Hodling the level. Right from the long setup that we gave in the Casper Crew, baby. Would you look at that? Would you look at... Wow. Oh my... I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. I'm feeling so good and juicy inside. Man. All right. Yeah, so we got that on Cardano right now. I'm feeling a big pump. Bitcoin is looking good. We need to reclaim 116. If Bitcoin can get a short squeeze past 121, I'm feeling bullish for the fall. Like maybe I'm dumb. If you think, here, let's take a poll in the chat. Am I dumb? Yes or no? I'm open to being dumb. I really am. I'm not even joking. I'm open to being dumb and retarded and all this stuff. You know, I have no shame and I have no pride. I'm open to be totally wrong and totally dumb and stupid. It's happened to me many times before. Am I dumb? Question mark. Yes or no? Alright? It is what it is. If I'm dumb, I'm dumb. You know? At least then I know. At least then I know I'm dumb. Alright, it's about 50-50. Actually, now it's about 70-30. I'm not dumb. I'm 66% not dumb, 30% dumb. Okay, so I'm 30% dumb. I'll take it. Jason, are you dumb? Well, like 30%. About 30% dumb. You know? I'll take that. You know what? Trading's all about percentages. You know? There's only a 30% chance that I'm dumb. Might as well go for the long trade, baby. 70% chance I'm smart. That's pretty good, you know? All right, let's check out some other coins. Let's check out AVAX. You know, one of my other big holdings, AVAX, aka Avalanche, aka Avalanche. So look, I gotta say the same. Avalanche right now, would you look at this? Would you look at this? Many things to look at here. First of all, we just look at the general market structure. We're coming down to key support. This has been historic support ever since 2021. We're here again. We look at the weekly time frame. What do we see? Multiple drive of bullish divergence. We see bullish divergence. Let's clear all this stuff up. All right, first of all, we have ourselves a falling wedge pattern. It's a bullish pattern, accumulation pattern that happens in the bottom of bear markets. As we come down here, we're seeing market cipher B giving us bullish divergence at the low. All right. Then we see hidden bullish divergence here. Then we see the breakout and the back test of our key support resistance flip, right? This is our key support resistance level that we can draw going all the way back to 2021, right? We're seeing a breakout and back test of this, of the bear market resistance. Not only that, but we pull our Fibonacci and we are getting a bounce from none other than the altcoin pocket. The altcoin pocket is the area between the 786 and the 886 Fibonacci. All right, so we're bouncing from the altcoin pocket with more hidden bullish divergence. All right, more hidden bullish divergence here. Then, when we zoom in locally again, after all this hidden bullish divergence, we're seeing even more regular bullish divergence here. All right, price is getting lower, momentum getting higher. At support, What does this mean? This means that there's a really high chance that we see a bounce back to at least this local support resistance flip, right? This is obviously the level of resistance, flip to support, flip to resistance. So right now, even in the worst case scenario, it's 4 times more upside than downside here. Assuming we hit all-time highs, now we're talking 13 times more upside than downside. Assuming we hit a new all-time high. Let's say we see AVAX hit 180. I think that's a pretty conservative target. That's 18 times, almost 20 times more upside than downside from right here. In addition to all this, we are forming, just like ETH, just like LTC, a massive 4-year symmetrical triangle. All right? Just like ETH is about to break out, AVAX also forming the symmetrical triangle. If we break out of $57, it's going to be very easy now to wreck these guys short, wreck these shorts, wreck these and these, and hit a new all-time high. Right? So we're consolidating in a triangle, which just based on the trend alone is a bullish pattern, right? It could go 50-50, but it's more likely to break out in the direction of the trend. And the upside here is much more probable than the downside, in my opinion, right? It's looking pretty dang juice. We're starting to see money flow crosses on the 2-day. Look at the weekly. Weekly, I'd say that I like this yellow oscillator here. Look at the money. Wow. Look at the weekly right here, man. Look at this. So we have the yellow oscillator curving inwardly, looking like it just wants to do something like this. It's not curving outwardly like it was here. See how it was curving outward here? That's bearish. When it curves inward, that's bullish. And not only that, we can see right now we're experiencing a money flow cross as we're seeing a inwardly curved VWAP. VWAP being the yellow oscillator. Then this weekly, the momentum waves, they definitely have more room to the upside here. Definitely seeing room to the upside here on that momentum wave for AVAX. You know, I think it looks pretty good. You're wondering what indicator this is? This is called Market Cipher B. All right. We need the pump song. Shout out to Dano Crypto. Guys, go subscribe to Dano Crypto. I know that his profile picture looks scary, but I promise you, he's a real nice guy. All right, shout out to Dano Crypto. Yeah. All right. Let's pop into Bitcoin quick because New York's about to open, and let's see what's going on here. Okay, we're trying to hold. Looks like we want to get another move to the upside. We could get, when New York opens, don't be surprised if we get a good old poop and doom scenario just to come and backtest some of these levels. All right. New York's going to open in 5 minutos. 5 minutes. Let's see what happens here. All right. Shout out to everyone in the chat. And let's see, the poll says I'm 70% not dumb, 30% dumb. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Let's check out quickly order flow on the corn and see like what exactly happened here. What exactly happened here? All right, we are building a little bit of bearish CBD locally here. Actually, no, we're not. Yes, we are. We're building some pretty bearish CBD here. But it's happening on a decrease of OI, and shorts closing are the majority why this CBD is getting higher. But we are seeing some longs opening at the top, which honestly, this could lead to a trap, a New York open trap. You know, New York loves to give us the old 1-2 punch. New York loves to open with a false move and then boom, reverse it. And I do have to say, this whole thing here, this whole fast move up that we got in 1 hour, we could give a lot of this back. Right? We could give a lot of this back and back test 115. All right? 115. We could give this back and basically get a breakout and a back test of this. Right? Now, remember that this level here yesterday was such a key support resistance flip, right? That's why yesterday we were saying that I'm looking for a back test of that 116 level in the Casper Crew. The last setup I gave in there was this back test here at 12:30 p.m. yesterday. And of course, we came back to back test it to the dang dollar. But why was that a key level for a back test? Is because it was our support resistance flip. It was our resistance now flipped to support. So now we've got ourselves this area right here of resistance flipped into support. So if New York pumps us up, if we see the right things happening here, we could get a back test of this before higher. Remember, we are at key resistance, so we might not go straight through. Yes, I'm bullish. Yes, I think things look bullish, but I thought things looked bullish yesterday, and we still got that retracement, and I was interested in that retracement. You know, I was interested in that retracement. Because when you see a big move like that, you know, you got to form some market structure. How are you going to show for sure that this breakout is real? How are you going to show for sure that this breakout is real? Well, come and test if it's real. Is this real? Is this real? Let's come and find out. Does the market really want to trade Bitcoin above this level? Well, why don't we find out? Let's bring it back to the level and see what the market does. Are they going to buy? Or are they going to panic sell and bring us back down? All right. So that level was defended. All right. That level was defended. And now we are going to see what happens, you know, when New York opens in 1 minute. When New York opens in 1 minute. We're going to talk like this in 1 minute. Because New York will open in 1 minute. New York is about to open. Yeah, the New Yorkers coming out, getting the coffees, getting the bagels, eating the pizzas for breakfast. If you know what I mean. Out here in Brooklyn. Heading into the office. We're heading into the office where we're going to eat our coffee and drink our bagels. We're eating our coffee. You got to chew it up real good. Don't want to get indigestion over here. Drinking your bagels. We get the carbohydrates in the morning. It's the American way. Wake up. Just ate dinner before bed. You know what your body needs? Caffeine and simple carbs. It's the American way. Still full from yesterday? You know what you need to give you that little boost? Some carbs. Better yet, eat a donut from Dunkin'. Because America runs on it, if you know what I mean. Caffeine and sugar. We're getting ready to hit the long and short button over here in New York. We're about to open up. All right, we're in our offices trading stocks, forex, cryptos now. You know, it's the new thing. The young kids, they're trading the cryptos. I know a guy, he made a whole bunch of money trading them cryptos. You know, you ever hoided them cryptos? You know, Bitcoins and all that? Ethereum? You hoided that stuff before? All right, New York's open. Let's see what happens here. All right, let's see. We getting any longs in here? Come on, we're open for business. We're drinking our bagels, eating our coffees. We got some bearish CVDs forming here. All right, we got some bearish CVDs forming here. A little bit here. We got some longs opening up here. Shorts closing out here. Let's see what we're going to do. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. What you going to do? Here we go. Come on. What's the market maker going to do? We got the Brooklyn version of Tino from Traders Reality up in here. Come on. What's the market maker going to do? Come on, market makers, you got to make your move here. Oh, we're not going to get the old pump and dump. Come on, New York. Come on, New York. Come on, 12-minute time frame on Bitcoin. Come on. Drinking your bagels. Come on. Eating your donuts. You got the jelly donuts, the high fructose corn syrup. We need a little pump up to the upside here. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see what happens here. Get the pump and dump or just the straight dump. I hope we don't get the straight dump. Oh my goodness, can you imagine that? Sometimes in the morning that coffee just gives you the straight dump. You know, that's why you gotta chew it real good. We're eating our coffees, we're drinking our bagels up in here. Come on, baby. Yeah, them cryptos over there, you hoided them. You hoided them cryptos. How about the chickens? The chickens is good. They're out there laying the eggs. You know what I'm saying? I sound like I'm from Boston. That's funny. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I am from Boston. We got the barbell. We got the barbell. Too much weight on the bar. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got a 12-minute green dot. Let's see if we don't get a poop and a doop. A poop and doop. Let's see. Here we go, baby. Here we go. The 30-minute time frame says we got more upside here. All right, the 24-minute time frame says definitely more upside here. Come on, Bitcoins. Come on, Bitcoins. We're talking like a Boston accent over here, trying to sound like a New Yorker. All right, you're right. New Yorkers don't sound that nasally and gay. Hey, yo, New Yorkers, they sound more like this, you know. They got more of a deep voice, you know. Yeah, got more of a deep voice over here in New York. We ain't gay like that. You Boston people, y'all gay, all right? Us New Yorkers over here, we're drinking our bagels, eating our coffees from Dunkin' Donuts. You know, we sound like aggressive every time we talk. You know what I mean? Every time we say something, you think we pissed, but we ain't pissed. All right, let's see. Let's see. Is Boston close to New York? I don't know. I failed geometry. Here we go, baby. Sounding like Sam Price over here. Shout out to Sam Price. Does Sam Price have a New York accent? I don't think he does he? I know he's from New York. All right, let's see, baby. Let's check out the Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's pop on over to the order flow. What's happening here? We got a few longs opening up. We're holding above VWAP, monthly open. If we get a dump here, I'm definitely going to be looking for a bounce. We get a pump here. We might just consolidate here or come down like this. We might do something like that, honestly. We might do something like that. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Let's go to our 6-minute. We're building up money flow here. Definitely you could see how we could get just a pump and dump upon New York Open. And then bounce from taking out this low here, really. We basically wreck the shorts, we wreck the longs, and then pump. Wreck the shorts, wreck the longs, and then pump. Baby. Yeah. Yeah, baby. We get the pump. We get the dump. Let's see. Let us see. It is slow with the pump. That's actually kind of good. A slow pump is good. Sam Price is from Boston? Okay. I thought he was from New York. Neo says it's true. I've had people apologize to me while gaming because they thought I was angry. Yeah, it's true. It's just that that New York way, you know? Look, you got to be a little aggressive out there. So many people, you know? All right. Here we go, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Divine Hood says we're at the local GP. Man, I ain't got no respect for the local GP, baby. I ain't got no respect for that, and neither does Bitcoin. Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. Ah! We're rejecting right from the 786. Oh my goodness, the 786. Of course we're rejecting. Take a look at her. All right? You'd be scared of that too. The 786, but I think we got a little bit more juice in the juice box, baby. We got a little bit more juice in the juice box, baby. A little bit more juice in the juice box. If you know what I mean. We got a little bit more juice in the juice box. Let's go. Come on. Bitcoin and the juice in the juice box. But honestly, if you're bearish, this is the place to short. I'm just saying, if you're bearish, this is the place to short. It's now or never for the bears. Now or never for the bears. If you're bearish, this is your opportunity. All right, you missed the dump. Now's your chance. All right, 786, confluence with the POC of the mini range. This is your chance for all you bears out there. Whoops, that's not even the POC. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, this is your chance, Bears. This is your chance, Bears. Give it your best shot. But you ain't gonna get your way. Give it your best shot, Bears. Y'all ain't gonna get your way. Bears ain't gonna get their way. Let's see. Are the Bears gonna get their way? What do you guys think? I think no. Let me know what you guys think. In the chat, let me know if you think the Bears are gonna get their way. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. They might get their way. I hope not, though. I really hope not. I hope not. Whoa. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Hey yo, J Casper coming to the trades, asking if the Bears about to get their way. Here we go, breaking out, and then we play to the all-time high. That's where we're gonna stay, just check it. You know the Bears are so dumb, looking like a baby out here sucking their thumb. Next thing you know, they start to run because they're so dang scared, and they just got rung with the phone call. Hello, who is it today? It's the Bulls. We're about to get paid cause we're coming to the treadmill just to take the trades, and I give it to you straight. You know I never give it gay cause Ethereum looking so dang bullish, about to pump. Next thing I know, we're looking so square as dumb, coming back down, but it's just a retest. Bitcoin price about to do it like she does it best. Let's check out the 786. She is back to her old dirty tricks like a guy in disguise. You can tell by her eyes that she's running the race, but she won't win the prize cause she up on the TRT. Bitcoin price, better listen to me. Now we pumping, about to hit the next level. Bitcoin price, all base, ain't got no treble. We take the yellow line, we draw it on the chart. Got the blue and purple candles like a nice work of art. Got the gas in my belly, got a fart coming out from behind. I'm not dumb, I'm so smart. They said 30% dumb, 70% smart. Jason Casper with the purple work of art on the chart. TA looking like the Teletubbies. Next thing you know, we're coming out eating buddies like the pickles fermented. You got the bacteria. Bitcoin price, spit it in your ear, yeah. Better listen to me, I got the next TRT. We're coming out exploding like a nice TNT. Then we rock it, then we sock it, about to pump it straight up to the next golden pocket. Never drop it, never rock it, then we sock it till we top it. Yeah, Bitcoin about to rock it. Here we go on the 1 minute time frame. Candles pumping up. Jason Casper, is he insane? Don't you know I got the stuff on my membrane? Up in the head, the skull like a gray brain. Got the material coming out. Bitcoin bear smile turned to pout, cause they thought we were dumb. Next thing you know, we start to pump, coming up to the level. You can see what happens next. Bitcoin in the gym, training only arms and chest. Skipping leg day, cause you know that's what's best. Next thing you know, we got a basket full of wrecked bears. In their underwear, they're scared, cause they know if they're sitting in their chair, they're gonna fall down, getting hurt, smashing to the dirt. Next thing you know, got the water in the gun, about to squirt your face, cause you're such a disgrace. Bitcoin pumping all over the place. No matter how hard we chase the price to FOMO in the top, we only run the race, then we fall back down. We're looking so sad. Bitcoin bear's about to get her so bad. Yeah, I know we got a purple candle, but we're about to pump up. You cannot even get just a handle on the price action coming in. Bitcoin got the traction, we spin. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We're pumping it. We're pumping it, we're pumping it, we're pumping it, we're pumping it. Amazing, amazing. Oh my goodness. Absolutely amazing. We didn't take out that high yet, guys. I'm feeling it in my bones. Actually, believe it or not. I'm feeling in my bones that because we didn't take that high yet, we're gonna come up higher. Because we didn't take that high yet, I feel like we're gonna come up higher. Let's see. You don't want to front run a CDW like that. Look at the 5-second time frame right now. Holy moly, macaroni and cheese. Look at all this craziness here. Look at the Bitcoin is coiling up, man. That could be a thumbnail title in and of itself. Bitcoin coiling up for the next big move. Bitcoin coiling up for the next big move. Here we go. Are we gonna break? You know, we gonna break or what? You know? In your bones? Yeah, the fish. I'm feeling it in my bones. Alright? I'm feeling it in my bones. Alright? You heard the pump song from the other room and ran? We don't have the pump song. Not yet. This is not a good time for the pump song. Shout out to Joe Potter. Bars from 1989. Come on, more like 1994. Alright. Alright. Let's see. What's Bitcoin? Oh my goodness! We're dumping like crazy! We're rejecting from the 786! We just made a lower high! It's all over! It's all over! Sell everything! Oh no! Jason, relax! They're gonna put you back in the institution! Okay. Whew! What do they tell you to do? Put on the nose clip. Take deep breaths with the plunger. Oh. Okay. Whew. That's right. You don't want to go back to the institution, Jason. You know those crypto YouTubers, they go off the rails, man. Alright. Let's see here. Now look, we didn't take the high on Bybit. We just got a double top. This makes me feel like we're going to get a pump up there. Come on, baby. I hope so. You know, it would suck to just make a lower high like that. But, let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Alright, we're going to see what happens here. Come on. We got a blue candle of hope, baby. Here we go. 5-second time frame. Can we redeem ourselves on the 5-second? Alright. Alright, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Woohoo! Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Come on. We need to reclaim that 786. Real quick. 786 back to her tricks. She got the flicks. Boom, 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 boom. 786, baby. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Money flow coming down on the 5-second. This is intense, guys. This is so intense. Oh, my goodness. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Oh. Oh. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Guys, make sure to like the dang video. Try Jamaican accent, Jay. I can't. Yeah, man. I got three trades open, because I'm from Jamaica. Horrible Jamaican accent. Alright, well, as I am a crypto YouTuber, guys, when we sign up for the job, the rule is, if you're bullish and price starts to dump, you have to end the stream right away.